Hello beautiful people, I'm RaishPhoenix, and in today's video we're going to be doing a mukbang. If you haven't already, go ahead and click the subscribe button and click the bell so you can get notified every time I upload a new video. So for breakfast today, on this side I kind of have like a BLT minus the bread. So I pretty much have lettuce, tomato, avocado, lettuce, and then the bacon on top. And then on this side I have eggs, cheese, spinach, yellow bell pepper, cheese, and a little bit of black pepper. Kind of forgetting everything I added, but for the most part that's what that is. And then over here I have a little bit of sauerkraut. And then right here I actually have a baked potato that I made in the microwave, so I just put this on for like 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Over here I have tea, so this is like the tea bag itself is like turmeric, chili, matcha, green tea, and then like a bunch of other healthy stuff. And then I actually put molasses and honey in my tea. And then over here I have a couple snacks, but that's more so for like the rest of the day. I'll snack on like kiwi and carrots, and I have a banana. Getting those fruits and vegetables in. Okay, so yeah, if you haven't already, go get a snack, like go get something to eat, like let's chat, like go get some food, fam. Okay, so I was trying to figure out like what video do I want to upload next to my YouTube. Literally, I have a list of a bunch of things written down. Mostly stuff I have written down is stuff that I haven't filmed yet, but I was just like, so what should the next video be? And then I realized I haven't done a mukbang in like forever. Mostly because I changed up my room, and believe it or not, it's like the switch that I made in my room happened in December, but it's like I'm still moving things around, and it's not so much the process of moving things around, but it's more so finding the time to move things around. Because I've been so busy, like ever since the year started, I've been focusing more of my energy on my brand and just doing what I need to do. So I haven't really been making the time to fix my room better or whatever. But I'm really happy with the way I have it set up, because now I have a space to work and I have a space to sleep and rest and relax. And I think it's so important to, like, wherever you live, wherever you may be living, like I think it's so important to have a space where you work and have a space where you rest, because when you do both things in the same space, it kind of makes it difficult to even want to work, you know? And it's like, if you're really trying to crack down on getting things done, like just having that space to be able to do that is a blessing. But yeah, I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about, I don't know, how's life? You know, like, how are you guys doing? How's life? How you doing? What's up? You okay? Just checking in. Alright. But, like, what I used to do, well, first of all, let's start off with, the video that I made, A Jar of Fruition. So if you haven't watched it already, watch it. I'm gonna actually link it after this video. But I'm finding that the more things I do in terms of bettering my work habit, like making a planner, writing down affirmations, and doing a jar of fruition, and having a dry erase board where I write down stuff that like I want to do personally or things to look forward to. Like all of those things have helped me with holding myself accountable for what I want to change this year, but also just being conscious. Like honestly, like this is what I do. Like there was no retail job. I quit my job. There's a video on that too, and it's like I had to remove everything out of my life to realize everything that I do have, and like doing that has helped me so much with just holding myself accountable. And it's like now that I'm doing all these little things, it's like I'm realizing how each and everything is helping me become more and more conscious of what I'm doing, holding myself accountable, and making sure that I'm following through with whatever it is I may be doing. And it's like so important to hold yourself accountable, because regardless of what you're going through, the second you hold yourself accountable, you're putting yourself in a space where you can actually change things that you don't like, as opposed to being like, oh my god, this thing that I don't like keeps happening and it pisses me off when it happens and I can't stand it. And it's like, once you take control of, okay, how can I perceive this thing differently, or how can I take care of myself better when this trigger happens, like once you start doing that work, you really realize the power that you have to really change your circumstances. And for me personally, like what I used to do after I make my breakfast and I eat, I used to eat my breakfast and watch YouTube, like watch any YouTubers that have like a positive or a beautiful message. But now lately, it's like I have the windows in front of me. Like I know you guys clearly see like the window frame here and like the light coming in on my face. But I've been like waking up, and when I get breakfast, I just sit here and I look outside. And it's like, I don't know, like it's like my room is small. Okay, my room is very small. So having my desk here by the window kind of gives that illusion of my room being bigger, because I'm sitting here and I'm facing in this direction, and it makes the space look more open. And it's like I can look there and there and there or whatever. And it's like I enjoy the fact that it's like one of those things where it's just like once you reach this point in your life where looking at trees makes you happy, you just get it, you know? And it's like I get so much peace from like looking outside, because it's early in the morning. It's like I wake up at 6:30. By the time I eat, it's like after 8, because I wake up, I shower, I make my breakfast. So by the time I'm sitting over here, it's like 8 a.m. and I'm seeing the sunrise, I'm seeing the clouds go through the sky, I'm seeing like the branches and whatever trees have leaves on it like flowing in the wind, and it's like there's something so satisfying about that. And I'll listen to my music or whatever, but it's like it's so peaceful and calming. And it's like I stopped watching videos in the morning and I just dedicate more and more of that time to literally just myself and not other people. And I think that's like one of the biggest things that I really had to learn this year, or just in general. It's like I have a habit of dedicating myself to others because I genuinely love helping people, but I think I didn't know how to really. I think my gauge was really off in terms of I was helping people more than I was helping myself. And then when it came the time to help myself, I didn't really know exactly how to do it, or where to get the type of help, or what type of help I needed. And so it's just like spending more time with myself and spending more time learning myself, like mentally, physically, and spiritually, and in every facet of my being has really helped me really figure out like how do I communicate, or what type of communication do I need. And it's like I don't touch my phone until like, yes, like my alarm is on my phone, so when I wake up I'm touching my phone, but it's like excuse me, like literally social media, anything, like emails or whatever, like the most I'll do is just like put down the notifications bar and clear out whatever notifications are there. Just because I want my phone to stop like blinking. But it's like I don't go through my phone or answer anything until after I eat, because it's so important for me to have those first couple of hours in the day to myself to really set the tone for the rest of the day. And I've definitely been like more conscious of like if I'm overworking myself or not. Like, I don't know about last week, but last week was kind of like a weird week where it's like I was conscious of the fact that I was glued to this chair working, but at the same time, when I was on my bed, or you know, I just didn't spend enough time on my bed, like just resting and relaxing, because what happens sometimes is like I have a watercolor piece that I'm working on, but my watercolor piece isn't part of like job related, it's more so like fun art. It's like that's another thing I've been doing. I've been having art that's more so for my brand, and then having art that's more so for me. That artwork, most likely I'm going to sell it still and add it to like my Redbubble, my Society6 account. But it's like, it's important for that work to exist, so it gives me more room to be more loose and stuff. But yeah, it's like last week I was in this cloud of like, I don't know, it's like I was conscious that I was sitting in this chair, and even though I was working on a piece that was part of like my fun art, I don't know, like I felt like I was still moving where I should have like taken a break and stuff. So it's like this week I'm getting back into making sure that I have work time and then I have rest time, because that's something that I neglected to do as much like when I was working in retail, because when I had my retail job, I'd go to work and I'd come home, and when I come home, that's the only time I have to work on my art. And then I'd go to sleep, and then I'd go to my retail job, and it's just like I never really had breaks for resting. But now that I'm in control, it's like now I have to be more conscious of just taking those breaks, because I'm a workaholic. So it's like I don't realize I'm overworking myself until like I actually do it. So I'm definitely getting the hang of resting and working. Another thing that I want to go over is like how important, which I've gone over in other videos, but I just want to continue to go over the fact how important it is to be grateful for what you have. And it's like, for me, like I still wake up every morning and I say something I'm grateful for. Like I really, like the second I wake up, I sit up, I'm looking outside because like my bed's over here. So I'm facing in this direction, and I sit there and I'm like, okay, like what am I grateful for? And I'm like, okay, I'm grateful for this person in my life. I'm grateful for this thing that I have. I'm grateful for the fact that I'm becoming more conscious of whatever I'm becoming more conscious of. And it's like I really sit, like I really take the time to really like think more about like what I'm truly grateful for. And I'll say it in my head, but it's like the other night, I'm not exactly sure why I felt like saying it out loud the other night, but it was nighttime, and like I know you guys can kind of see it, like my LEDs, so it's like I have like Christmas lights like going further on in the other part of my room. And something, I don't know, like I had a moment where it's like I just want to sit down and be grateful for everything that I have. Because I feel like every year when I'm working on my brand, it kind of feels like every year is the first year I'm doing it, because every year I'm adding something on that I haven't done before. Like towards the end of last year, that's when I started YouTube. And then I can't really remember, but it's like every year I'm always adding something else on, and that's what makes it feel like I haven't been doing it for a long time. But the other night it came over me to like just check like when was the first time I opened an online store. And it was in 2015. Like, I started the journey. Like, I started this journey and I started building my brand from 2015. And I think from in 2015, like, I was kind of like checking it out because I still had a job or whatever, like a regular 9 to 5 job. But it's like every year that passed, like, I got more serious about it. And it's like now reaching 2019, I'm just like, oh my god, like, I've been doing this for a minute. And I took a moment to really just realize like all the accomplishments that I've made. Because that's another thing that I need to work on, just like celebrating what I've done as opposed to be like, okay, I've done it and move on. So I was laying in my bed, and this time I was just talking out loud. I was just like, man, like, I'm so grateful that I did this, and like I never saw this happening. Like, if you would have told me years ago like this would have came to fruition, I would have been like, what? Like, it's like there were just so many things that I was saying out loud. And like usually, like I said, when I get up in the morning I say it in my head, but I was just saying it out loud. I was just like, man, like, I'm so grateful for this. And literally it's like I'm tearing up as I'm saying this because it's like, it's emotional to be working hard towards something and to see it come to fruition. And it's like you've been working on it for so long, and to finally see like physical things come to life is just like, wow, you know? So it's like I was getting emotional about it and I was tearing up, but I was so grateful, like so happy. And the following day, so there's this thing called Upwork. I'm not sure if you guys know about it, but pretty much Upwork is an online company where you sign up for it, and pretty much it's a bunch of jobs that are listed. It can be a writing job, it can be an illustration job, it can be a graphic design job. There's a bunch of people writing down jobs that they want done and how much it costs, and you can either sign up as somebody who wants a job done, or you can sign up as somebody who is a freelancer. So I have my profile up on Upwork as a freelancer. And I think I opened the account in August, and then I just had my account up for a while, and it's like I would apply to positions here and there, but it's just like the person who you apply to, like, they have to actually want you for the job, so just because you apply doesn't mean you'll get it. So it's like I had my profile up, and pretty much somebody found me for a writing job, and I was just like, wow, like, what are the odds of somebody finding me for a writing job? And I was actually able to help them out with it because I went to college for I was an animation major, an illustration concentration, and a creative writing minor. So I know a lot, just like I know a decent amount about like programming and how to like program stuff for video games, and there's a bunch of stuff that I know that it's like, how do you know that? And it's just like, I don't know, but I do, whatever. But it's like I didn't write specifically that I was taking writing jobs, but I do have it listed that I went to college for those things. So this person reached out to me and invited me to apply to the job, and I was able to apply to the job and get paid for it. And I was so grateful for that, and I was just like, you know, it's so important for me to just have my profile accessible, because if my account switches to private, and that's another weird thing about them, is like if you're not applying places or whatever, then they switch your account to private, and you can still apply when it's private, but it's just like people can't find you in searches, so it's like, it's messing with your coins. So it's like, I know I have to keep my profile public. So basically what had happened was that like since I had gotten that writing job, my profile switched to private like twice. So pretty much all you have to do is go back on the website and click that you want it switch back to public, and then it's filed as like a customer service thing, and then they do it. So each time my profile went to private, I was just like, nah, like don't be messing with my coin. Like I have to switch this back to public because even though I may not be on Upwork right now, like consistently applying to positions, I still want to keep that door open. So what I did was I switched it back to public, and the day after I had been laying in my bed saying everything I was grateful for, somebody had sent me a job invitation on Upwork. And this is why I stress how important it is to say what you're grateful for, because when the universe sees that you're grateful, it will provide more things to be grateful for. And I don't give energy to coincidences anymore. I think it's very important to realize what we're capable of, you know? And I just had to share that because it's like living proof, you know? It's like sometimes people say things to you and you're like, yeah, whatever. But it's like they don't, I don't know, I guess some people just don't really care to believe it if you don't have physical proof. And it's like the type of things that I'm talking about, like energies, like it takes a while to see that physical proof. But it's like if you keep giving energy to something and you believe it, like you believe it, like there is no doubt, and you really allow yourself to feel grateful. Like not just wake up and be like, I'm grateful for this. Woohoo. Like actually fully believe it. Like how I was saying, I was tearing up. It's like when you're really in that zone and you're really truly grateful, like the universe will provide for you. And I want to share that with you guys, you know? Anyway, I'm pretty sure you probably noticed a difference in my food since the last cut, or jump cut, or whatever. Your girl is hungry, and it's like, I'm gonna be eating for 5 minutes, and there'll be no talking if I continue to film this video while I'm talking or whatever. But yeah, I pretty much said what I wanted to say today, and I hope you guys are doing okay. I hope you guys are enjoying your day. I hope you guys are pursuing your dreams and manifesting them and realizing the power you have, taking care of yourself, self-love, self-care, you know what it is. So, yeah. Anyway, that's it for today's video. Bless up, and until next time, sending out much peace, love, and enlightenment. Bye, guys.